E aí, galera, voltamos. Pra quem não sabe, esse jogo aqui a gente tá fazendo uma série, então se você não viu nenhum dos episódios, eu indico que você volte e assista do primeiro, pra fazer sentido. E é isso, vamos continuar. Ok. Ainda parei longe.
Hope you've been enjoying your stay.
Não tá conseguindo pegar o teleporte do hotel, né? Que porre.
I believe Halcyon Helen's death was the worst part of all.
Ok. Bora.
The brochure never mentioned anything about Watson.
Oh, so sorry, but you're not actually authorized to visit that floor. What authorized floor can I bring you to? Next stop, the finest seat in the house.
Inspector. I'm pleased to hear that. Bertie Holcomb is a valuable asset to the Rizzo's Rangers property. When Helen was murdered, Bertie was nowhere to be found. The timing of his disappearance is unfortunate. Try not to feel too bad for him. Bertie is a brilliant athlete. The universe has balanced his talent by making him a slackwit. Yes, I know about the woolly cow. Constable Keene had Bertie's teammates arrested for unauthorized inebriation of livestock. Bertie himself was nowhere to be found during the incident. Ironically, if Keene had arrested him, he'd have the perfect alibi. Be plain with me, Inspector. Do you believe Black Hole Bertie killed Helen? Understood. I appreciate your candor. I'd like you to continue your investigation. Notify me as soon as you're ready to make a formal accusation. I appreciate that. I'd rather keep Bertie within the public eye than let him languish in a bar at the docks. I'll make my report of your investigation into Bertie. Do you have anything else for me?
Ok, acho que dá tempo de fazer mais uma missãozinha.
What floor would you like to visit?
Ai, garota, eu vou dar na sua cara. Eu não sei. Calma aí. Pra onde eu tenho que ir na missão? Ah. Meu Deus.
What do you think you're... Make yourself scarce.
Ok.
「
Tem nada importante aqui. Ah, vai tomar no cu, não é possível.
Inspector, to what do I owe the pleasure?
Não sei, calma aí. Não é você?
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. This copy of
Sempre pergunto
TK
errado.
contains 142 fewer pages than a standard copy. The missing pages were likely removed to create sufficient space for the hidden listening device inside.
You figured that out just by looking at it? Huh. We ought to talk shop one of these days.
Inspector, please consider speaking into the device in order to trace the transmission and reveal the receiver's location. Poor woolly cow impression transmitted. Transmission analysis complete. While the precise location of the receiver could not be pinpointed, it has been narrowed down to a smaller, approximate range. Analysis inconclusive. However, there is a minor accumulation of dust particles present on the book's uppermost surface. The area within a 0.5 meter radius of the book possesses a dust coating comprised of at least twice the number of particles. That is highly likely, Inspector.
What's that you found? No, wait, don't tell me. Let's save it for the big reveal once you've solved the case. Inspector, to what do I owe the pleasure?
Eu quero te contar, pô.
Very well. A few. Helen was strangely curious about the private business operations around Eridanos. She said it was role research. But how much business know-how does one actor truly need for an action picture? I also arranged to have Helen supplied with mag picks, bypass shunts, and other hacking tools. She wanted to buy in bulk. That she bought in bulk? Not particularly. It takes time to learn to use tools like that deftly. I wonder, did she run out of time in the end? All right. Was there anything more you needed?
Não. Eu ia te contar, mano. O jogo que não deixou. Não tem nada contra você, não. Você parece bem convincente. Acho que é bem suspeito isso também, né? Você ser tão versado na enrolação. Eu matei a segurança do cara e ficou por isso mesmo. Eu sou brabo. O pessoal só aceita. A secretária só voltou e ficou quietinho.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Transmission endpoint discovered. The receiver in this book matches the transmitter to the listening device found in Cedric's office. It's somewhat grime-covered. Due to the high level of foot traffic in this area, this unit is unable to determine who placed the device. Based on the accumulated mix of sludge and detritus, the receiver has been present since approximately a week before Helen's death.
Eu tinha uma cloak. Eu tenho uma parada assim, não tenho? Um bagulho pra me disfarçar. Como é que eu uso isso? Eu não lembro. Ah. Ah, eu achei, mas... Ah, vocês podem ficar aí dentro, né? Eu não posso. Eita! Ok, voltamos daqui. Parece que eu não precisava ter passado por dentro da área restrita. Vamos pra cá, pra cá.
Hi there. Sorry, this area is off limits to port vision. Oh, wait half a second. You're the inspector.
Sou eu.
Sorry about that. I'll buzz you right in.
Tá tudo bem, irmão. Relaxa. O que tem de maneiro aqui? Espingarda. Rifle de assalto. Eu preciso ir no banheiro. Eu vou comprar... Calma aí. Vou no banheiro e já volto. Onde estávamos? Vamos lá. Abriu aqui pra mim.
Hey, you think they keep any spare parts down here? Just wondering.
Provavelmente. Esse comentário dela é legal, né? Porque talvez a gente ache umas paradas aqui pra botar no nosso robô. Nosso robô brabíssimo. Mas a gente olha isso depois. Vamos fazer a missão.
You're the inspector, aren't you? Boss Kincannon said you'd be by about the cargo that's been going missing. Gosh, this is so neat. A real-life inspector. What's that like? Have you solved any mysteries yet? Ever had to shoot a suspect? Perps! Just like a real inspector. Right, so the missing cargo. How can I help your investigation? That's the weird part. There's no pattern, far as I can tell. The thefts don't make sense. I ask you, who would steal a handful of Spacer's Choice Sabers, so dull they can barely cut mud, but leave the spectrum black? Ugh. Who'd be desperate enough to want to steal a Spacer's Choice Saber, full stop? one's dumb enough to think Spacer's choice sabers are worth half a damn. Then there's the most recent theft. 5 boxes of pens and a couple of sodas. I can't decide which one's sadder. That's probably not their motive. No. Everyone here at Freight Storage and Processing, for a start. Thing is, the cargo is going missing before the shipments even get to the warehouse. Best I can figure, it's probably getting lost in the shipping yard. As for who has access there, Benton Chan, he's the shipping yard manager. He told me it's mainly just the loading automechs that handle cargo. Could be. Those things'll break if you so much as look at them funny. That's Benton's area, but don't bother asking him for help. Last time I asked him to check the automechs, the whole head told me he couldn't help because he was dead. Brain dead, maybe. But no. My point is that if you think the automechs are a lead, you'll have to check on them yourself. Hopefully, you're mechanically inclined. Maybe they're keen on cashing out and want to go as painfully as possible. I don't know. Boss Kincannon's office is where he holds most of his meetings with important folks like Miss Helen. Just about all negotiations happen in his office too. Vendor pricing, major purchase orders, rentals for construction projects, you name it.
Beleza.
Oh, before I forget, I figured you might want to access my terminal, so I had a spare keycard made. It's all yours.
Que boazinha.
Oh no, I forgot to delete all of those incriminating messages I sent about which cargo to steal. Nah, I do have a list of cargo that's gone missing though, if that helps any.
Ok. Eu vi as conversas, provavelmente isso vai ajudar em algum momento com alguma coisa. Ou não. Tem nada na lixeira. Ah, falou alguma coisa sobre uma arma do tipo... Não, o maluco roubou isso, não roubou aquilo. Tá, isso aqui é pra sair, tem... Pega esse escrito bem grande, né? Na frente...
Hey there, little buddy.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. The biology of this sprat is highly unusual. This sprat has been in contact with multiple parasites, yet shows no symptoms of infection. Sprats possess highly adaptive immune systems, capable of developing immunological memory with extraordinary speed. The unique immunological subsystem found in sprats is advantageous in fending off parasites, pathogens, and other biological threats. A cursory analysis of this organism's anatomy suggests it was bred deliberately for its unusually large size. Based based on slug records of board-issued punitive sanctions against sublight salvage and shipping. This rat is most likely intended for cage fighting.
Wouldn't be sublight without a discreet gambling den.
Ooh, fragile. Look at me. I'm a special little package, all wrapped up with clouds and whispers. Package thinks it's hot shit.
Os desenvolvedores desse jogo gostam muito de um banheiro. Eu acho muito interessante porque assim, tem muitos jogos que tu pensa assim, mano, não tem banheiro aqui. Tipo assim, o que as pessoas fazem, sabe? Mas, nossa, aqui tem muito banheiro. É, todo lugar, né? Mas... não vou roubar coisa desnecessária pra não comprar uma briga. Não tem ninguém vendo, né? Mas... eu acho que é isso. Galera, eu vou parar aqui no load mesmo, eu vou deixando esse vídeo por aqui, eu espero que vocês tenham gostado. Se vocês curtiram, deixa o like, compartilha esse vídeo, se inscreva no canal se vocês não são inscritos e a gente se vê na próxima. Valeu, tchau, tchau.